on the show with the style. You can be our guest, we can check on your bio. News Life and Beyond podcast, putting you in dirt. Other shows gone fast. We rock from the winter all the way to June and pick it back up on the clock till.
Yo, my little nephew used to treat girls so bad.
Yeah, and he probably got
He got
falling all
so much
over.
pussy.
Oh my
he
God.
would just fuck him, bust a nut, and be like,
Dude,
"Get the fuck out my
listen,
house."
when I was in jail, I was lucky
You know
to
what I'm talking
have
about.
one person besides my mom that I could call to hold me down, right? There's these dudes in here, straight maggots,
Yeah.
dude, straight. They got 3-4 girls on the end, they screaming shit at them like, fuck you, this and that, what the fuck are you doing that? And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, how's this motherfucker got? And I don't even care if they're holy or fucked up. He's still got 3 women on the hook out there, and they holding them down. And it's like, if I was on the other phone, you call me from jail and say some dumb shit. Click. That's it. Me, I was so careful in anything I said to anybody that I talked to in jail. Listen, first of all, if I went to jail and I was in a relationship, I was like, that's done while I'm here, But please answer the phone. I like to talk to you. I don't want to know what you did yesterday. I don't want what you've been doing later. Any of that shit.
Right?
Yeah, it stressed me out. I just want to know that you're talking to me here and now. And I don't care. You got a dick in your hand when I call. Put the shit down. Answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Put it down or get it out of your mouth. Answer the phone. I mean, and I don't want to. You got to realize when you're in jail, you're hanging on the last words of that conversation or that conversation, and you get off that phone, your life is on hold, and that person's life is just going.
Yeah.
And they like to say, oh, yeah, well, we're doing the time with you. No, you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? The only people that ain't doing time with me is the goddamn COs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who's ever in the jail, man?
Yeah, but to see these dudes, man, I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, dude, I'd rather not even use the phone.
Yeah.
Rather not even use it.
Like literally, this
Bro,
dude,
if you could have your commissary and all your shit in SEG,
good TV.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Keep that stress box, all that shit.
Yeah. That's not good.
I'm good with that.
If you could give any advice about not doing drugs, what would it be? The best advice you could give somebody, and why? All
right, the best advice I can give you is, I can tell you, and I know this for a fact, is drugs is not your problem. Drugs is the result of your problem. You need to find out what the fuck your problem is and why you're doing the drugs. You solve that problem, you won't go back to the drugs. Until then, even if you're in the process of solving that problem, I'm not saying that you're going to go back to the drugs, but until you can figure out what that problem is and solve it, then just know all you got to do is be sober today, and then tomorrow start again, and then again and again. That's it.
Problem?
What's that?
What was your problem?
I ain't figured it out 100% yet. I got a lot of problems. I got a lot of issues.
So you're still working on them, you're saying?
I'm still working on myself. Like I said, man, a lot of aging in these years, and
drugs will do that.
Most
to you,
of the
right?
growing has been done in the last few. You know what I mean?
I think so.
I ain't got it figured out, and I'm still an addict. I'm always going to be an addict. You know what I mean? I am not using at the time. If somebody says, "Hey, you drinking?" I say, "Hey, you buying?" You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? But all kidding aside, man, life is short, man, and life is hard because, death is easy. I've seen some profound things in the last couple of years, and one thing that really, there's this guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's an astrophysicist, and you can look him up. He's been on Joe Rogan, all that other stuff. Been a lot of podcasts. He even got his own podcast. He explained that if you took all the genealogy in the world and all the different combinations, he said, first of all, I think it's something like 30 billion people have ever walked the earth, live or dead, to this point right now. Okay? But if you took all the genealogy and the combination of genes it takes to make one person, an individual, the number is vastly, incredibly larger than all the people that have ever walked the earth, live or dead, to this point now. So the chances of you being born is like winning the Powerball every day for a year. You are special. You know, it's not a mistake that you're here. You know what I'm saying? The numbers, there are more combinations of genes that will make up people than will ever live in millions of years from now. And just to grasp the idea, or not even the idea, the concept of that, and comprehend that, and realize how special life is, and that you're here. You know, it really makes you take a couple steps back, man, and say, fuck, I might as well make the best of it.
Yeah.
You
Are
know
you
what I'm
religious?
saying? No, I mean, that's a whole nother interview, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I am. I believe in a higher power.
Think about this question about the Satan. If Adam and Eve are the first people on earth, right? Mm-hmm. They have children. How do their children have children?
Well, you know, the early years, even like
incest.
It was always incest. But if Adam and Eve are the first people, then why are they portrayed with belly buttons?
All right.
Does that make any sense? What were they attached to? You know. I mean, you know what? Here's another weird thing that I've come across. There's a guy throughout the 50s and the 70s. He traveled the world, listening to folk stories from every walk of life, every culture, from, you know, this particular, every culture from 1,000 years in the past to the current, and listen to each one of the folk stories and each one of the, you know, this and that. And he wrote a book. It's called The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Okay, and what it is he found a pattern on societies spread around the world, centuries apart. You know, didn't matter where it was, but there was a pattern in every story. The pattern was so profound that George Lucas based Luke Skywalker in Star Wars off of this book. You know, and it's basically it's the hero story. You know, the call to adventure, the refusal, a reason why they actually went on the adventure, supernatural help, and it's a circle. It's like a 13-part piece. But for all of these cultures, centuries apart, worldwide, to be telling the same 13-part story, what does that tell you?
I don't know what it tells me.
That at the core, mankind wants to be moral. You know, that they want to be good.
Do you think when you die you're reborn again?
I don't know, man. I tell you what, if there isn't a promised land, I'm going to be real pissed.
Yeah, cool.
I'm going to be real pissed. You know, and I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens. I can't stop. So faith. I guess faith is the question. It would be the word.
Yeah.
There are people out there who have faith, and they know, because it's what they choose to believe, that there is an afterlife waiting for them.
Yeah.
I'm a very logical kind of prove it to me kind of person, and you know that's a kind of hard one to prove, or you know, to show proof of. I have a faith. You know, I have faith in something. I don't know what it is, but I've been to churches and stuff like that, and I see these people who are filled with something that I don't know what it is. I wish I had it.
It's your girl King says, every bitch's fantasy, the biggest says, you already know what's going on. We're on News, Life, and Beyond. They told me come up here and pop my shit. They want an intro? Adam A, Steve J, let's go. News, life, and beyond. They wanna know I'm the king, how far I come. They wanna know how I get bread, stack these funds. They wanna know why I came in here with my Support is free, so this adds inventory. They